Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I have another theatre vlog for you. So tonight I am heading to the Lowry for the press night of Noises Off, which is like a comedy farce play, and I'm really looking forward to it. Who doesn't love a comedy play? It's going to be so much fun. My brother's coming with me and it's going to be good. We're going to go for a meal first. We're going to go to Nando's, which is just across from the Lowry, because it's actually his birthday tomorrow, so I'm taking him out for a meal first before the show. And yeah, we're really looking forward to it. We're sat in the stalls, we're on row Q, I think we're seat 34, 35. So obviously I'll show you the view from our seats, show you around the theatre, and obviously I'll review the show after as well. Also try and record the curtain call for you. And yeah, it should be a fun night, so I'll get back to you once I am at the theatre. So we've just arrived at the Lowry. My dad's just dropped us off. We're just here. We're going to go and get some food first from Nando's, if we can get in, if it's not too busy, because someone was very late getting into my house. So I think it's like 6 o'clock now. I hope to be here for like 5:30. We're going to go and see how busy it is, see if we can get some food. Okay, so here's Nando's, like it's just across. We're going to see if we can get in. So we're just in Nando's. So I ordered what I always order. I ordered a chicken burger with creamy bash, and Daniel went for a half chicken. We just ordered it on the app, so see how long it takes to come. Food has arrived. So we've just finished our meal now in Nando's. It was very nice. Now we're about to head into the theatre. It's about 7. It doesn't start till 7:30, so we'll have a look around. And yeah, I'll get back to you in a minute. So we're just in the Lowry now. Just picked up our programme from the press desk, and we also got wristbands for interval drinks as well. But yeah, it is just 7 o'clock, so it's half an hour till it starts. I don't think the auditorium's open yet, so we might as well have a little look around the Lowry. Shall we look round? Okay, so the auditorium's open now. We're in door A today, on row Q, seat 35, 34 and 35 I think. So ready Daniel? Okay, so we are on row Q, seat 34 and 35. (34, 35). So you're going 35, I'll go 34. So I'm just in my seat now, on row Q, seat 34, and the view's really good. I'll just quickly show you the view. It's due to start any minute, so I'll get back to you in interval and let you know what we think. Okay, so this is a view from our seats. I think it's a pretty good view. That's the first. And yeah, I'll get back to you now in the interval. So it is now the interval. and yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's not exactly my humour, but my brother's liking it. He thinks it's good, and it is quite funny. It's just not quite my sort of humour, but I'm enjoying it so far. Looking forward to seeing the second half, and I'll get back to you now at the end of the show. So it's the end of the show now. I actually really enjoyed the second half. The second half was so funny. Really enjoyed the second half. It was really good. But yeah, I'll tell you more about it when I get home. But yeah, really enjoyed the second half. Hi, so it is now the next day, so I thought I'd better give you a little review of Noises Off, which I saw at the Lowry on Tuesday the 17th of October. We were invited to the press night, which started at 7:30. We were sat in the stalls for this show. We're on row Q, seats 34 and 35, and our view from those seats were excellent. Definitely recommend those seats. There wasn't any merch for the show except for the programme, which I think was £6. Obviously we were reviewing the show, so ours was gifted, but I think they're usually £6 from the Lowry. So if you don't know anything about Noises Off, it is a comedy farce play by Michael Frayn, and the premise of the show is that it's a play within a play. In the show we see a theatre company putting on a production of the fictional farce Nothing On. The show is in 3 acts. The first act is them doing their technical rehearsal, which is taking place very late the night before their first show. And we see that the cast are drastically unprepared. They're missing their cues, they're messing up lines, much to the dismay of their director, who is called Lloyd. So Act 2 is set a month later at a matinee performance of the show. So this time we see the backstage antics of the cast, and we see how the relationships between the cast have started to deteriorate. So we see bickering between the cast, we see lovers' tiffs, we see romantic rivalries. So all this stuff ends up causing havoc on stage, and things tend to start going wrong on stage. We then have Act 3, and the stage is turned back around. So we see a performance of the play, which is now happening near the end of its run. So at this time, relationships between the cast are now severely frayed. The set is starting to fall apart, props are getting mislaid, and everything is just going terribly wrong. And the chaos on stage gets so bad that the plot ends up having to be abandoned, and the cast members of sound mind have to ad-lib just to get through the performance. So the show has a great ensemble cast who work together perfectly to make this show so hilariously funny. Playing Lloyd Dallas, we have Simon Shepherd, and he delivers a great performance of the director, who is caught in a love triangle with stage manager Poppy and a young actress called Brooke Ashton. We then have Liza Goddard, who brings poignancy and warmth to the character of Dottie Oatley. Dottie is a middle-aged actress, and she's actually dating fellow cast member Gary June, I think his name. I can't quite remember how you pronounce it. And he's much younger than Dottie. We then have Dan Ferenberg, and he brings great physical comedy and perfect comic timing to the character of Gary Lejeune, I think that's his name. So Gary is the leading man, and he's also the jealous lover of Dottie. the middle-aged actress played by Liza Goddard. So they are dating, and he's very jealous whenever he sees her with other members of the cast. We then have Lisa Balanvana. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but she delivered a really strong performance as young actress Brooke Ashton. She had great stage presence, and her comic timing was really good as well. We then had Nikita Lesler, who played stage manager Poppy Norton-Taylor. Nikita really made you feel for her character, who gets dismissed by her lover Lloyd when the young actress Brooke starts to take an interest in. He then sort of just dismisses Poppy and brushes her aside and doesn't want anything to do with her. We then had Simon Coates, who was hilarious as the dim-witted Frederick Fellows. He is an actor who has a fear of violence and blood, and both of which cause his nose to bleed. So Coates' comic timing was spot on, and he really made the scenes when his nose started to bleed really funny. I thought he was really good. I really enjoyed his performance as Frederick Fellows. We then had Lucy Robinson playing Belinda Blair, and I thought she brought a real depth to her character. Belinda is the more sensible of the cast members, but she's also a bit of a gossip as well. We then had Daniel Rainford. He was great as the overworked Tim Allgood. Tim is also a stage manager, and he's also the understudy for all the male parts, and his job is also to put up the set and fix it when anything goes wrong with it as well. So he has a busy job. Finally, we had Matthew Kelly playing Selsdon Mowbray. He's an elderly actor who is half deaf and has a bit of a drinking problem. So Kelly's facial expressions alone was just hilarious, and again his comic timing was just excellent, and it actually made the scenes with Selsdon some of the best scenes in the play. And yeah, he was really funny. Really enjoyed his performance. So the set for this show was designed by Simon Higlett, and I thought it was fantastic. It was really good. So it depicted a house, a two-story house. It had stairs that led it up to a landing, and there was lots of different doors which were supposed to go off to other rooms, but you couldn't see the other rooms. Downstairs you had like a sofa, you had a few different tables with different things on. One had a TV on, one had a telephone on, and then you also had like this big, I think it's called a bay window that you could see out of as well. So that was the set, but the clever thing about the set was in the second half, when you see the backstage area, it actually flips round and you can see the opposite side. So when it turned round, what you could see is you had two staircases leading up to a landing, and then in the downstairs bit there was lots of different chairs scattered around for the cast to be able to sit on when they weren't acting. There was also a door on the right hand side of the stage which said dressing rooms, and a door on the left hand side that said exit, and there's a little desk set up where the stage managers would do their announcements throughout the show. So yeah, I thought the set was really good, really detailed. I thought it worked really well for the show. It allows some really good slapstick comedy and physical comedy with people falling downstairs and hopping upstairs, and yeah, it allows for some good slapstick and physical comedy. So I really enjoyed the set for this show. Okay, so now is probably a good time to quickly go through the programme and show you what's in here. Okay, so this is the programme. As you see, it's got the title here, Noises Off by Michael Frayn. Tells you that it's on from the 17th till the 21st of October. And then inside you've got some adverts for upcoming shows. Edward Scissorhands, Fantastic Great Women Who Changed the World. got Life of Pi, The King and I, 42 balloons, and then you get on to Noises Off section of the programme. So inside you've sort of got a programme within a programme. So this is the fictional play that they put on in the show called Nothing On. And then this tells you the cast in that. So you've got a little article here, a glimpse of the noumenal. So yeah, you've just got a little article there. Behind the dressing room door tells you a bit about each of the cast members. Then you've got some information on the writer Michael Frayn. You've got some nice production shots in here. I always love it when they put some production shots in the programme. Then you've got your cast list here. So like I said, you've got Liza Goddard playing Dottie Oatley, Simon Shepherd as Lloyd Dallas, Dan Farnborough as Gary Lejeune, Lisa Amberlava as Prashton, Nikita Lesler as Poppy Norton-Taylor, Simon Coates as Frederick Fellows, Lucy Robinson as Belinda Blair, Daniel Rainford as Tim Allgood, and Matthew Kelly as Selsdon Mowbray. You have your understudy list here. And here it's got some information. It says Noises Off was first presented by arrangement with Michael Condren at the Lyric Theatre Hammersmith on the 23rd of February 1982 and on the 31st of March 1982 at the Savoy Theatre London. That's information there. And then you got your creative team here, and then you've got your cast biographies. So I'm not going to go into these in great detail. I've already said who the cast are. I'll just quickly show you the faces so you know what they look like. There we go, so that is the cast. And then you've got the creators' biographies. And then some more adverts, and that is the programme. So overall I really enjoyed this show. I have to admit the first act was a little bit slow for me, and I think I said in the vlog that I wasn't sure if this show was for me because the first act I didn't find that funny. So I thought maybe it's just not my sort of humour, but when we came back for the second act it was absolutely hilarious, and I literally didn't stop laughing all the way through the second and the third act. They were absolutely hilarious. It was so funny. It might even be one of the funniest plays that I've seen. I was definitely laughing out loud. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Definitely enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to. And yeah, so for that reason I gave it 4 stars. Just for the fact that I didn't enjoy the first act as much as the second 2 acts, so couldn't really give it a 5-star. But yeah, this act 2 and act 3 were just absolutely hilarious. The acting was so good, all the slapstick comedy, it was really funny and really good. The cast were just excellent. So yeah, I'd say this show is a lot of fun. It's got a very cleverly written script. It's very witty and also very silly as well. And yeah, I think everyone will enjoy it. I think it was a really fun show. Definitely recommend it. It's on at the Lowry until Saturday the 21st of October. So when this goes up, I'm not sure when it goes up, so I don't know if it'll still be on. at the Lowry, but if I can find a website for Noises Off, I'm not sure they've got one, but if I can find what venues it's going to, I'll put that down below for you in case you want to try and catch it on its tour. And so yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little vlog review video for Noises Off. I definitely enjoyed the show much more than I thought I was going to, and I definitely recommend it. So if you enjoy theatre vlogs and reviews, do consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell, and you'll be notified as soon as a new video goes up. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.